Well, good morning, everybody. It's my turn to do the devotion this morning, and very privileged to do that. And I just wanted to share with you this morning about the week that I've had so far, and how God has just reminded me that it's important that I take the opportunity to spend time in His Word. And so on Monday this week, I started out from my house, and I ended up driving to Nottingham and doing a survey there, and then I kept driving south to a site near Peterborough, and again doing a survey there, and eventually getting down to a place called Ringwood near Bournemouth, and then eventually Monday night getting to a hotel in Cardiff. And it's been quite unusual, that really, for me, travelling such long distances in my car, especially with the pandemic. And but I was able to, I needed to do that this week, and so I ended up in a hotel in Cardiff on Monday night. And what I was able to do is I was able just to listen to the Word as I was driving for that many hours, and then it was good just to listen to some of my favourite teachers, and just really to be in the Word. And then when I got to my hotel, that wasn't the best experience, and the hotel room was freezing. And Tuesday morning about 4 o'clock, I woke up, and I turned to the reading plan that we're reading as a church, just in the middle of the night there, and I was reading on Nehemiah and how the children of God, the Israelites, were rebuilding the wall as God had commanded. And then I turned to Acts, and I was just reading of Paul and Barnabas's ministry, their gospel ministry. I was really blessed just in the middle of the night. And then Tuesday I was in Cardiff and Swansea and a place called Tonypandy. And then eventually I came back home to Ilkley, and I clocked up about 1,000 miles. And really in that time, quite a few hours in the car, just really listening audibly to the Word. And God just reminded me how important that is, that we do that. And earlier in the week, I took a screenshot of a photo that I saw of a comment that Billy Graham had made about the importance of being in God's Word. And he said this, Billy Graham said that, like Joseph storing up grain during the years of plenty to be used during the years of famine that lay ahead, may we store up the truths of God's Word in our hearts as much as possible, so that we're prepared for whatever suffering we're called upon to endure. And really, just as I considered this last night, I thought I'd just have a look at the words in Genesis chapter 41 on how God used Joseph to store up grain for a time of famine. And when you read in Genesis chapter 41, the end of the chapter in verse 53, when Pharaoh had set Joseph in his position, he being a godly man and being able to interpret dreams and being able to prophesy of the coming famine. It says that then the 7 years of plenty which were in the land of Egypt had ended, and the 7 years of famine began to come, as Joseph had said. And the famine was in all lands, but in all the land of Egypt there was bread. And so when all the land of Egypt was famished, the people cried to Pharaoh for bread. And Pharaoh said to all the Egyptians, "Go to Joseph. Whatever he says to you, do." And the famine was all over the face of the earth. And Joseph opened all the storehouses and sold to the Egyptians. And the famine became severe in the land of Egypt. So all the countries came to Joseph in Egypt to buy grain, because the famine was severe in all the lands. And really what I've gleaned from that is that we are to be in the Word. We're to take of it daily, to take of it weekly, and allow it to shape our lives, shape our our very souls, so that others that might come that would be hungry for the Lord might feed from us. And that would be my prayer really for you this day, that you would you'd understand the necessity and the importance of being in the Word and studying and meditating upon it. And maybe like me, you're not great at being disciplined at doing that every day. Well, I would just encourage you to set some time aside each day to be in the Word. And if you're struggling for where to start, then just join with us with the Bible plan. Just go on. There's a link on the Church on the Way email, and it's really easy to get started with it. And it's just a good thing to do spiritually, and something that God would want us to do as we continue in our spiritual journeys with Him. Well, God bless you guys. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon.